scrolls buried in the libraries of Timbuktu. You must inspire in them a will to reclaim their destiny. Wakati umefika. Rise, children of the land, rise. You who have given so much of yourself to the world, you who have had so much snatched by the world, but yet you who still have so much of you that still remains. Rise, children of the land, rise to reclaim your glory. And what do we tell the leaders? Don't fail. President Mahama, don't fail.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated.
Some remarks made by our leaders during the launch of 5th anniversary of ECOWAS in Accra, Ghana. If you listen very carefully what our leaders are talking, all of them are talking about integration or unity. And through unity and integration, we can do businesses, we can secure our territories, we can provide peace and security. But because unity has become a difficult thing for we Africans, that's why you see we are not doing business among ourselves. We are still doing business with more Europeans than within ourselves. As you heard from the president of ECOWAS, that 12% of business among ECOWAS members, but you find that ECOWAS members are doing more business with European Union, with other nations outside of the continent of Africa. So just imagine if these members who are so united through ECOWAS cannot do business among themselves. How is it possible that Chinese can do business very easy with ECOWAS than ECOWAS members? So I think we need to invest more in infrastructures, as the president said, and this needs unity. You know, one thing that Africans sometimes we don't understand, if we can come together, we can unite as a bloc, as a single country. Maybe if ECOWAS was a single country or is a single country, they can mobilize their resources. Ghana can contribute, Nigeria can contribute, maybe Cote d'Ivoire can contribute. Then we can say we are going to build a railway that is connecting these countries. You see? We can say we are going to build roads that will connect these countries. But because we are so divided, it is very difficult. You find that Ghana is busy building their own small roads, these local roads. You will find that Nigeria the same. And sometimes you wonder, these countries, they say they don't have money, but they have minerals. Where the money of minerals are going? Where our resources, revenue are going? Let us use our resources to fund our projects. It is possible. And to do business among ourselves will help us, will increase the creativity among ourselves. But you find that we Africans, we are not doing business among ourselves. And right now, you see, even when we want something, we go to China, we go to Europe, we go to America, and other places, we go to Dubai. So Africans, we don't trust one another, we don't believe in one another. So I think the time has come for we Africans to start trusting and believing one another. We cannot integrate while we are not happy with one another. Integration will come automatically. One day I said that if we can remove these borders, automatically you will see people starting doing business among themselves. You don't need to call people and asking them to do business. Automatically, if we open borders, people will start moving from one place to another, starting to seek green pastures and finding opportunities and starting innovating. But because of this selfishness that we have, we fear that maybe if we can open borders, we have minerals, maybe we have gold. People will come from somewhere and come and take our gold. No, we'll put some regulation that in order for you to maybe to start extracting minerals, you need to follow this and this. You need to do this and this. The same the Chinese are doing. The same the Europeans are doing. We have to keep regulations, but let us allow Africans to interact each other. We are talking about continental free trade area, as you heard from Mr. President. How can we achieve Africa continental free trade area while within ECOWAS, people are not doing business among themselves? How can we compete with China? How can we compete with the European Union? How can we compete with the United States of America if we are not united? How can we bring peace in the region, in the Sahel, if we cannot come together? So I think our leaders must learn and understand that this is a time when we need to come together more than any time, because we are in the crossroad. We are at the crossroad, and if we are not careful, we are going to lose almost everything. Now the scramble for Africa is really, it needs all of us to come together. It needs our unity. It needs Africans to unite. If you listen carefully, all leaders are talking about integration. All leaders are talking about unity. But no leader has been calling a summit, a meeting, that maybe this year we are going to have a summit or a meeting to discuss the issue of unity. Let us take at least even 5 days sitting down and say, how are we going to unite? When are we going to unite? We have been talking about unity. You know, sometimes it looks like it is a good agenda and it is a political agenda, that if you can speak about unity, maybe you will get popularity. We want implementation. We want to see that one day our leaders will wake up in the morning and call each other and say, when we are going to unite, when we are going to have a united ECOWAS. We know we are so divided in terms of languages, we are so divided in terms of ideologies. We must put aside all those ideologies. How is it possible that we are still controlled by France, we are still controlled by UK, we are still controlled by German, we are controlled by China, we are controlled by US? How can you say and be proud being African while you are still controlled by others? I think the time has come to change this behavior. We young people, sometimes we feel shy. It's a shameful thing that to see that we are still under control of others. We need to change. And sometimes if you listen, our politicians sometimes become wondering what these politicians are talking about. What these politicians want to us. People are talking about currency, people are talking about businesses, people are talking about integration, but our politicians are talking about elections, democracy, the thing that is undermining our development. Democracy, you find people are talking about democracy, human rights. They are talking about what human right is better than to develop the people of Africa. There's no human right while our resources are being taken away. What kind of human right you write? You say human rights, our resources are being taken. You say human rights, our people has no job. What human right you are talking about? Human right must make sure that the people of Africa are enjoying their fruits. People of Africa enjoying their minerals. People of Africa are becoming innovators. What human right you are talking about? So our politicians have to change. I see maybe the generation has passed. Maybe the coming generation will change this, but we want a new generation that is thinking about this continent. We want one day to hear that there is a car that is being manufactured here in the continent of Africa. The same we have seen in Burkina Faso. Not to end in Burkina Faso. We want cars manufactured in Burkina Faso, whether in Nigeria or Ghana or Senegal, being sold in South Africa. If you go to South Africa, you find German cars, you find Japanese car, you find American cars. Where is African cars? If you move across the continent, we have no aeroplane that is manufactured here in the continent of Africa. And yet we buy and we bought aeroplanes, military equipment. We are talking about peace and security. What have we done to make sure that we are going to buy, we are going to create and manufacture our own military equipment. Do you think France can give you a powerful weapon? And that's why sometimes you wonder that these labels, they are so well equipped with technological weapons than the government. Why? Because don't think that those who divided you, those who don't want you, will give you a powerful weapon. So they will give your opponent. And that's why you see these destabilizers. They are so powerful. They are well equipped. Why? Because we Africans, we are not manufacturing our own weapons. We are not manufacturing our own equipment. If we can manufacture our own equipment like Russia is doing, no one can touch us. These terrorists can be eliminated within half an hour. What is strategy has made to our leaders talking about how we are going to eliminate these terrorists, these people who are destabilizing our continent? So we need such kind of summits to our leaders to talk about concrete things, to talk about things that is sometimes undermining our development. We need ECOWAS leaders and African leaders to find the means to unite the people. These people, if we can unite them, they can solve other challenges. We don't need everything to be supplied by the government. You know, right now, politicians have given their mandate that they can supply everything to the people. They can supply water, they can supply food, they can supply peace and security, even life. They thought they can supply life. And they can supply even oxygen. They think like that. They think that is not true. Let us give people opportunities. You will see changes. People will start innovating themselves. People will start doing business themselves. People will start speaking one language. But all in all, dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, let us not speak for too long. My aim is to share this fifth anniversary of ECOWAS launch in Accra, Ghana. You heard a lot of things. I'm trying to add something from what I heard from these leaders of ECOWAS. I wish one day ECOWAS will be the ECOWAS that our founding fathers was created, not the ECOWAS that right now people are wondering and people are not happy with. So ECOWAS, I think 50 years to come, you will correct the mistakes, what you have done in the previous, and you will reduce the influence of these external hands and make sure that you work for the people of Africa. Our leaders must understand the needs of our people. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just as how these West African lands sprouted some of the greatest empires of the ancient world, we believe that from West Africa could come and will come some of the greatest nations of our modern world if we all come together to work for our inspiration. This has been a Mansa World experience.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.